Okay. For the hip segment, let's bring the feet together. We're coming into Baddha Konasana. I like to hold the hands on the ankles. Sometimes some teachers will tell you to bring the hands toward the toes. I want to encourage you to sit up tall on your sits bones. So that's one of the main reasons I do it. And this is also, in English, it's called butterfly pose or cobbler's pose. And that gives people the impression you can make like your leg like a butterfly wings. This is a no-no. It's bad on some people's knees. But what to learn about that is that when you're sitting up tall, pulling your shoulders back, so you're kind of thrusting your chest forward a little bit to sit up tall on the sits bones, tucking the navel to spine, is using those glute muscles to press the knees down. So you're really stretching through the hip flexors. You want to feel the stretch there in the groin creases. And you're probably going to feel it also in the lower back, and that's a good thing. So just coming there for a minute, particularly if you haven't been working out or haven't doing your usual yoga for a while, it's going to take a minute to get those hips relaxed. Now, I was just reading about how people's hips are really tense right now with all this coronavirus stuff. Okay, so coming to your basic Baddha Konasana position, and I have my feet fairly close together, partly because I'm trying to avoid the dirt, but you can have them in kind of a modified square. Debbie, who owns Pure Light Yoga, she draws from Dharma Mitra. It's more like a diamond shape. It all feels different in the groin creases. You want to do what works for you. So this is where I'm going today. All right, stretching the throat, exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward. So you want to really feel it coming from the lower back through the chest. Now you can hold on to wrap your hands around your feet. Exhale, come forward, and maybe you can let the head relax. If you're down low enough, you can relax your head on a cushion or something like that. If you don't have to hold your head up, it's better. Exhale. Let that stretch happen, stretching across the groin creases, the lower back. Obviously, you're going to feel it in the inner thighs, which is an area most people are very tight. There's no reason for people not to be tight there. And actually, you can press the forearms just below the elbows on the thighs to help those knees come down. You are not doing this. You're not fluttering the legs. You're just gently stretching with the exhale to help you get a little more stretch. Coming back down. Exhale, coming back up. Okay, so now we're going to use our block or our ball, whatever you have. It's all good. Holding on to the ball or the block between the feet. Now, because I'm using a ball, the sides are all the same. So I'm only going to come down one way, and this is kind of between the medium thickness and the wide thickness on a block. If you're using a block, you can go through all the thicknesses, the thin setting, the middle setting, the fat setting of the block, the really thick side on the bottom. Whatever works for you. I should have remembered to bring a block out with me, but maybe we'll do this again and I'll show you next time. But anyway, so we're doing it just one way, holding on to whatever you're using. And by the way, a book works really well also. You can be inventive. Okay, sitting up tall and exhale, coming forward. We sell blocks at Pure Light, and you can also get them at Target, Walmart, obviously Amazon. So it's the same thing, but when you have the block or the ball or the prop between your feet, you're going a little deeper and you're going to feel the stretch more in the inner thighs and the groin creases and the lower back. You want to feel that engagement in the lower back. Exhale, coming forward. As it turns out, I can rest my chin on the ball. So, if you have two blocks stacked, then that can be kind of nice. Maybe you can rest your chin. And breathing into it, let the stretch happen. You cannot hurry this stretch, because if you do, the hips will tighten up and you can't grip and stretch at the same time. Letting it go. Exhale to come down a little deeper. Inhale, coming up. And again, in classes, again, we would do all three sides of the block, but we're just setting that aside for now. Bringing the feet back together in the original Baddha Konasana position. Sitting up tall. Exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward. Breathing into it. Maybe you can let the head come down. And to go a little deeper, holding on to the big toe mounds, pressing the little toes together, and coming a little deeper, opening the feet like a book. Breathing into it. Pressing your chest in that hollow space between the feet and the groin. You're trying to not have roundness in the back. Let me turn around. So that you're trying to not do this, because it feels like you come down more, you're bringing your nose to your feet, it's more coming forward, bringing the chest forward. So you're trying to take the roundness out of the back, and that's how you really feel it all the way through the back body. All right, so we're opening the feet like a book, breathing into it. And inhale, coming up. You can stretch the feet out a little bit. I'm going to quickly show you one thing that people who are more stretchy might want to enjoy doing. Don't do it if you have lower back impingement or your lower back doesn't stretch. It isn't that open. You might get there, you might not, but this is just, I'm trying to teach for all levels. So you're in your Baddha Konasana. You can turn, take a twist. I'm going toward the left side, and exhale. Keep this knee pressing down as you're turning to twist toward the opposite knee. So it's like what we were doing the shoulder opening. And just getting more of a stretch there. Inhale, coming up. These lower back stretches really help open the lower back, but it's easy does it. You don't want to pull anything. For those of you who are flexy, it's the way to come into splits and other kinds of things. It really helps you more quickly get openness down in the hips that you need to have, but you can't force it. Okay, we have a little bit of time to do some forward folds. So coming up tall on your sits bones. So you're sitting up tall, flexing the feet. We're going to raise the arms up tall. Go ahead, bend the knees, bringing belly to your thighs, holding on to the outsides of your feet, and then just kind of stretch through one knee and the other. Now, a lot of people have tight hamstrings, so you have to listen to your body, particularly if you haven't been doing that much yoga lately. So we're just kind of like walking the dog. We're stretching through the hammies here. Let's go ahead and take the strap. And we're looping it around the balls of the feet. So it's around the balls of the feet. It's not the toes or the arch, which would be ouchie. Sitting up tall on those sits bones. So that, think boat pose. And you're tucking in the belly. So the lower back, the belly is engaged here as you're pressing through the thighs. Then bringing the chest onto the thighs. And the fact that you're holding onto the strap with the hands means the upper back is engaged. And you can slowly exhale, coming down. And you're probably going to want to stop at some place with a bend in the knees. And then slowly again stretching through one leg and the other. And then maybe you can come down deeper. Breathing into it. Coming through the full length of the spine. You want to really have a lot of engagement of belly on thighs. It's really about that more than getting your nose or your chin to the knees. And then go ahead and release. We're coming up tall, sitting up tall again. Let's do a real Dandasana. So sitting up tall on your sits bones, press your palms down so the shoulders are opening, the feet are flexed, and you're really trying to be like 90 degrees. And exhale, hinging at the hips, coming forward. So you're lifting off the heels of the hands, then the middle of the hands, and you're on the fingertips. And just feeling that stretch, that you're going to feel it more from the lower back and coming up. So we're trying to not just flop over. We're trying to do it very mindfully and getting the full length of the spine engaged. Any kind of other bend you do, you want to start with forward bends. Coming into side bends, back bends, you want to have that length in the spine. So now I'm holding on to the outsides of the feet. You can hook your your forefingers around the big toes and come deeper into the stretch. And people are going to have different flexibility, bringing the hands over the feet, bringing the hands together, maybe using a block, whatever, and kind of stretching that out. And that's pretty much all the time we have for hip opening today. I'm going to do more with forward folds and hip opening, side bends and so forth in future videos. Okay, check you out later.